The Aspire Nautilus. Woohoo! Hey folks, Redneck Vapor here. Got a tank review today. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Aspire Nautilus airflow control tank system. First off, let's all go ahead and get a closer look at this and hop into Zoom Diggity mode. Welcome to Zoom Diggity mode. Today we're going to take a close look at the Aspire Nautilus. Comes in a box like this right here. Now it had a plastic sleeve slid over it, and somehow mine has found its way into the trash can, I believe, so that's where that's at. But it does come with a plastic sleeve, and it's wrapped in plastic over that. So the Aspire Nautilus adjustable airflow tank system. Nice. Okay, we'll look on the back of the box. Here it'll have the contents. It's got the scratch and check security thing, so you can check and see if it's authentic. And it's got this hologram thing. That's kind of cool. Yeah, it tells a little bit about it being the next generation of the tank systems. Yeah, really nice box. I'm going to pop this open. Has a pretty good user's manual with it on how you fill it up and everything. Take it apart and clean it, change your heads. Pretty good little book it came with it. Inside you've got the tank all together. It'll all be in one piece. Mine has juice in it, just like they all say. If you open your box and yours has juice in it, or even has the hint or smell that it possibly have had juice in it before, you need to contact whoever you got it from and send it back. Comes with a replaceable head. It also comes with a head already installed. I believe it comes with a 1.6 and a 1.8 ohm dual coil. It's got this little beauty ring or plinth or whatever they call these things, and I've noticed something about the one that comes with this tank. This one is actually made out of stainless steel. It's not plastic like some of the other ones that I've got. So that's really nice, and it's really big for how big around this piece is. So I'm going to pop this out. If I can get it out of there. Alright. I'm going to show you a few things about this. I know everybody's done a review on this already, but I'm just going to give my 2 cents on it. Alright, I'm going to keep that here because I'm going to show you what it looks like on Ego battery. Okay, the drip tip. Here's something I noticed that a lot of people haven't mentioned. Is that right there. Do you see how big the bore is on the inside of that? Okay, I'll give you a comparison here. Here's a Pro Tank 2. Let's take the stock drip tip off of it. There's the tops. There's the bottoms. It's quite a bit of difference right there, folks. So there's the drip tip comparison. Really nice drip tip. I like this drip tip. I believe it was very specifically designed for this tank system, because I've noticed if I was to say take the Pro Tank drip tip and put it on here, sure it fits, but as I use it, I tend to get a dry hit every now and then. So that leads me to believe that this drip tip was specifically designed to be used with this tank for that reason, to make it function properly. So here's a look at it. This holds 5 milliliters of liquid. I don't know if y'all can see that, but the bottom has your airflow adjustments. It's got a nice clickiness to it to let you know it's locked in place. There's 4 different size holes, I believe, on it. I usually keep mine on the the biggest hole. I like a lot of airflow on mine. Now if we look here on the bottom, got this pin. Now you see how it's popping back out? This is a floating pin. It's got a spring on the other side of it. So makes it really simple to flush mount to just about any device I own. So I can just turn that on there until it stops. It's nice and flush. I'm getting an ohm reading, so it is making connection. So I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it is firing. Now I'm gonna put this beauty ring thing on Ego Twist. Show y'all what it looks like on a. If I can get it on there, what it looks like on an Ego. Yeah, I'm just having trouble doing this on camera. Okay, like I said, it's got that floating pin in there, so you just need to kind of bear it down until it just, not to where it completely stops, but just to where it's on there good and snug, and then you can always loosen this beauty ring up to make it. I'll put the drip tip back on there. Can y'all see that? It's not too bad. Tell you the truth, I really thought it'd be really top heavy, but this tank altogether really is not as heavy as I was expecting it to be. So I can find that to be pretty easy to use it that way. Even though, I've got a twist, I don't really see this tank performing very well on a regular Ego, just because of the fact that I don't believe it'd be pushing enough voltage for 2 coils. But on Ego Twist, maybe possibly turned up over, 4.5 to 4.8 volts, you probably get a good vape that way. So I'm gonna put it back on the Ace, which I think it looks pretty good on that. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Even though it's kind of beveled up here at the top of the Ace, but if you got something that's got a flat top on it, that just looks damn good in my opinion. So I'll take that off. Got another thing I'm going to show that I just got in today. Here's the size comparison to the Kanger Aero tank. So you can tell there's quite a big size difference there, even though this one does hold 5 mils of e-liquid, folks. So I will have a review of this coming up shortly, but this right here is the star of the show. So the only thing I got left to show you about the Aspire Nautilus tank is the replacement heads that come in a sleeve like this, or a blister pack like this right here. It'll say Aspire on the back. That way you know it's made by Aspire, and you get these in boxes of 5 and they have the same security code on them for authenticity, just like the original unit has. So just to let you know on that, to keep your eyes out. I'm pretty sure China's going to be cloning China before too long, trying to sell their knockoff heads. So that's been a look at the Aspire Nautilus in Zoom Diggity mode. Now that y'all have gotten a closer look at what the Aspire is all about, I'm going to talk about the performance of this piece right here. I've been using this thing for a good solid 3 weeks or more, and I'll go ahead and tell you right straight up from the gut, I love this thing. I absolutely love this thing. If I'm using, like I pointed out in Zoom Diggity mode, if I'm using the stock drip tip, I do not get a single dry hit at all. Not once. I don't get any gurgling. It doesn't flood. The only instances I've had with it where it was similar to gurgling was when I find myself having to pull the drip tip out and clean some condensation out of the tip, which that's going to happen with just about anything you're vaping on. But when that condensation settles down into that air canal, sometimes it'll make a little bit of a, you know, it's not really a gurgle in my book. It's just a little bit of a, you know what I'm saying. Kinda. I don't know. But that's what I'm getting. The heads, I use a 70-30 blend with my all-day vape. This tank right here has become home to my all-day vape. I have not put anything else in it but my John Wayne, and that's probably all that's going to stay in this. I've been getting about 2 weeks use out of each head. I'm on my third one. When the head starts to get gunked up and bad, usually you start noticing a loss of flavor, and if you're using a regulated device, sometimes you'll catch yourself starting to turn it up a little bit because it's just not producing the way that it should be, and that to me is the sign that it's time to change the head. Now the heads on them can be pretty expensive and hard to get your hands on. Luckily, my brick and mortar down the street there is selling these products. I bought up 5 heads last time I was in there just to make sure I had them, which costed me I think about 12 or 13 bucks for those 5 heads together. If I buy them separate, they're like $5 a piece. That's pretty expensive, but to me, well worth the money. I gave $34.99 for the Aspire tank itself, and it is an amount of money that I do not regret spending a single penny of it. This right here has definitely been worth its money in my book. It is a little on the high side. It is a little on the big side. It is very big, as you saw in the Zoom Diggity mode, that it's going to look kind of wonky on an Ego battery, but if that's the way you want to use it, use it. I recommend you give this tank a shot. The flavor is awesome. Let me show you. Vapor production is outstanding. Flavor is outstanding. So as far as I rate this device, it is damn good, folks. And I recommend you go get you one if you feel like spending that money. This Redneck Vapor telling you that it's worth every penny. But it is a little expensive. So those hands that Grim Green talks about, those vape budget hands, I'll just go ahead and throw that in there. But I have been very satisfied with this product. I've had no issues with it. Vulgar Vape Dude did mention that the 510 pin was popping out of one of his. So keep that in mind. I have not had that issue, but it has happened, so I'm going to mention it. So keep that in mind. It can happen. It may happen with mine. I don't know. That, you know, further use with it, you know, down the road, it might happen to me too. So I figured I'd throw that in there. Other than that, that's what I think about the Aspire Nautilus. Thank y'all for watching, and until next time, this is Redneck Vapor. Y'all keep on vaping, and I'll see you next time. This is a heavenly vape, you know. Heavenly. Very good. Yummy.